When it comes to drug testing for welfare recipients, it's been a bit of an on-again, off-again saga just in the last 24 hours with the independent senator from Tasmania, Jacqui Lambie. Does she support the drug testing or does she not? She has talked about supporting it if it would apply to politicians as well. When you check into Parliament there, as well as going through the metal detectors, get drug tested as well. Eliza Edwards is at Parliament House, Canberra for us. Eliza, what's the latest? Is this going to get up or not?
Well, Chris, it's not clear yet. With Jacqui Lambie, she's the woman of the moment at Parliament on this windy day here. And she, less than 24 hours ago, she was saying that she would support the government's bid to drug test 5,000 dole recipients. But now she seems to have had a change of heart. She's now calling on the government to boost drug rehabilitation services, particularly in regional areas, before she'll support such a measure.
No, I won't be supporting it, and I won't be supporting it unless the services are there and I can see the rehab services and the services that these people need to kick their habit are actually set up, which I'm yet to see.
So, Chris, a very clear shift in her position from what she told reporters at Canberra Airport yesterday when she said she'd ultimately support the bill.
I reckon it'll be a lot more humiliating when we're testing public servants and parliamentarians up there. So I'm happy to support the drug testing of welfare recipients. When we have leaders that call themselves leaders in politics, actually put that on themselves and the people in that building as well.
Chris, Labor, the Greens and Centre Alliance are also opposed to drug testing welfare recipients, so unless the government can convince Jacqui Lambie, they're unlikely to pass this legislation through the Senate in this sitting fortnight. They may have more luck with a national rollout of the cashless debit card. Jacqui Lambie is still undecided on this, but she is broadly supportive of the principle of the cashless debit card. She's just not sure whether it's ready to be rolled out to this extent just yet.
Oh, boy, Eliza, Australia has seen this movie before. The fate of important bills resting in the hands of Jacqui Lambie as she waxes and wanes on an issue within hours, different positions within hours of each other. The government's also looking to get this union-busting bill, as it's described, this bill to force unions and unionists to abide by the law. Where's Jacqui Lambie on that?
That's right. Jacqui Lambie, again, her vote will be crucial on this bill, which will give courts the power to deregister rogue unions and union officials. She says that she will support this bill unless John Setka, the controversial CFMEU boss, resigns. Let's hear what she had to say about this.
I've had this discussion for hours with him. I'm asking him to stand aside for the good of all those union members out there, and there's 1.4 million of them. Otherwise, they will feel the consequences of John Setka, and that's not fair to them. The other thing is John Setka needs to realise that if these IR laws get through, then they may not be grandfathered or from the past, but I can tell you now, John Setka won't stay on the line. He'll end up going either way, so just resign, put your white flag up and walk out, mate.
Jacqui Lambie also revealed that she tried to convince John Setka in person after cooking him a lamb roast. She's talked to him about this for 4 hours, but considering how many other calls he's ignored, it's unlikely whether he will listen to what Lambie had to say. Chris?